The White House, prior to the arrival of the Kennedys, had been a revolving door of presidents. Jackie Kennedy's arrival at the White House changed all that. Having visited the White House as a young girl in 1941, Jackie had been struck by the blandness in what was supposed to be America's living museum. So, when, 20 years later, she became the First Lady of the United States, Jackie embarked on one of the most popular White House restoration projects. Her work drew mixed reactions from the public, but the lasting legacy of her work is proof that her bold move to restore the White House was right. Although her work was cut short after John F. Kennedy's death in 1963, her work set the tone for future presidents and the restoration and decorative steps they took. It also created a new way for Americans and visiting foreign dignitaries to appreciate both the past and present of the United States. But right before she began restoring the public and state rooms of the White House, Jackie Kennedy first settled on creating a homely space for her family on the second floor of the White House. She wanted to have a warm place for her family, but more than that, she wanted a private place where she could retreat at the end of the day. For her, this would be her bedroom. In this video, we'll tour Jackie Kennedy's bedroom and dressing room at the White House. President John F. Kennedy and Jackie Kennedy shared separate bedrooms while living at the White House. For them, it was practical, given the president's busy schedule and their young family, which meant they would sometimes be awake at conflicting hours. Their bedrooms reflected their personal tastes. Jackie Kennedy's bedroom was her personal sanctuary, decorated with a touch of Georgetown nostalgia. She had sold her Georgetown home before moving into the White House, but still craved the familiarity of her former home. Jackie worked with the interior decorator Sister Parish to decorate the space. The decoration of the second-floor living space was happening at the same time as her ambitious White House restoration project. In a letter to Sister Parish, detailing her plans to the decoration project, she highlighted the need for familiarity as well as proper budgeting. "I want our private quarters to be a haven for us naturally, but use as much of the Eisenhower's stuff as possible and buy as little new, as I want to spend lots of my budget below in the public rooms, which people will see and will do you and I proud." Inside the bedroom, she furnished and decorated the space for functionality and style. Her bed was a combination of two double beds, one hers and the other her husband's. The two had different sleeping needs. President Kennedy preferred a hard mattress for his back issues, while Jackie preferred a soft mattress. On the other side of the bed were nightstands with two identical lamps. Above the head of the conjoined double beds was a green silk canopy, flanked by a gallery wall of Jackie's framed photographs and art. At the foot of the bed was a cushioned bed, pictured with magazines on top of it. A few feet from the foot of the bed was a seating area consisting of a couch, several armchairs, and a round table draped in cloth. The seating area was centered around the fireplace, above which was a gallery wall of photographs and artwork. On the mantel were a bust and Chinese porcelain vases. Jackie was drawn to soft colours and chose powder blue and cream for the first decoration of her bedroom in the White House. The decoration, which she worked on with Sister Parish, was a replica of her Georgetown bedroom, down to the powder blue curtains. Jackie had previously worked with Parish to decorate her Georgetown home. Since she was familiar with the style Jackie wanted, she went to work, creating a familiar space within the White House walls for Jackie. As part of the decorations, she added a green silk canopy with daisy motifs above the headboard. Sister's work also included Louis XVI chairs upholstered in Damascus silk. She also added a few personal touches to the room, including a terracotta bust of a child and Caroline Kennedy's portrait. However, the two would soon fall out, leading Jackie to engage the Parisian interior designer Stéphane Boudin. Boudin made several changes to the design Parish left behind. She found Sister's design too American and bourgeois, replacing it instead with Parisian touches. He changed the green silk canopy over the headboard. He also changed the headboard, going instead for a painted wood headboard in the Louis XVI style. He also replaced Sister's simple draperies with silk draperies with extravagant trims. Unfortunately for both Boudin and Jackie, the decoration project was cut short by the 1963 assassination of John F. Kennedy. Instead of realizing her dream bedroom, Jackie was packing up her house yet again to leave the White House. This would also mean that some of the design elements in the bedroom would eventually be replaced with the changing tastes and preferences of subsequent first families. Next to her bedroom was the dressing room, another space where Jackie took care to personalize her tastes. The dressing room was a monochromatic masterpiece and a testament to Jackie's sophistication in style. Like the bedroom, Sister Parish first decorated the dressing room, but her work was soon replaced with Boudin's decorative touch. The result was a powder blue dressing room with a painted screen and tufted chaise. On this chaise lay a leopard print throw that Jackie herself added. The painted screen was a 4-panel French painted screen depicting a Chinese water garden. At the bottom of the painted screen is a faux marble wainscoting. Another prominent feature in the dressing room was the trompe-l'oeil wardrobe. Boudin designed the wardrobe himself and had it painted by Pierre-Marie Rudel with scenes from Jackie Kennedy's life. Nostalgia was a main motivator for the style approach that Jackie Kennedy took with her private residence at the White House. She wanted to replicate the home she had lived in briefly with her young family in Georgetown. In addition to replicating elements in her bedroom, she also had Sister create an informal seating area in the west sitting room. She had this space painted off-white and bookshelves with her favourite books displayed. Whether it was in her bedroom or her dressing room, Jackie Kennedy had the knack for creating warm and inviting spaces. Her choice of soft colours and comfortable yet stylish furniture, even the consideration she put into ensuring her bed was comfortable for her and her husband, are a testament to her thoughtfulness and thoroughness in her style approach. Each first family decorates the second floor private residence based on their preferences. However, the work Jackie Kennedy did in restoring the White House endures. Her historical approach to the restoration, preserving key parts of American history while allowing room for future developments, set the White House on a transformative journey as a living monument. It was through her influence that the Committee for the Preservation of the White House was established in 1964. The committee oversees the preservation of state and public rooms of the White House, ensuring it continues to showcase the best of American history, design, craftsmanship, and creativity. Her passion for the preservation of American history also included changes in how first families dealt with furniture in the White House. Prior to the Kennedys' residence in the White House, first families could sell, donate, or dispose of the furniture and collections they did not want. However, a new law influenced by Jackie Kennedy's efforts made it so that everything that is given to or bought by the White House becomes part of its permanent collection. And if the future first family doesn't want it, it goes to the Smithsonian, where it will be taken care of and displayed. Jackie Kennedy was not shy about pursuing her ideas, including the ambitious project she took on in restoring the White House. While most of the restoration focused on reclaiming the history of this iconic monument, she also reserved some of the effort and resources for redecorating the second floor private residence for her family. In addition to introducing functional elements such as the kitchen, she made a sanctuary for herself in her bedroom and her dressing room. She turned these spaces into comfortable and tranquil spaces where she could retreat to after a long day as the First Lady. With gentle blues and whites on the walls and furnishings and personal touches spread throughout, these rooms were the representations of Jackie and her elegant tastes. Although they have since been overwritten by subsequent residences, these tasteful rooms are immortalized in pictures, preserved as part of Kennedy's days in the White House. That's it for the video. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.